But it's interesting that sustainability has kind of captured all of the different things that are going on in the world right now that people are worried about, from whether there's global warming or not, to the kinds of things that are happening in Darfur, the problems with food, the breakdowns in markets across the world, etc. And sustainability ends up being the word that people have kind of rallied around. You see this green movement being a kind of placeholder for a broader sustainability concept. And it really doesn't do the concept of sustainability justice, nor does it provide companies with a vision of a process for being successful. Sustainability really being the reconciling of three different systems in the universe: the economic system and the issues around economic prosperity, social systems and issues around culture, and the environmental systems around ecology. And the idea was that you had to, in order to be truly sustainable, recognize the interaction of those three systems together to be sustainable, and that if any one of those took too much precedence over the other two, all of the systems would break down. You can see it in multiple kinds of examples. I mean, if you take the rush to alternative fuels and ethanol, for example, and the lack of consideration or the lack of analysis about how moving those foodstuffs into the production of energy as opposed to feeding people, and then what happens when a drought comes along and you get the food crisis we have, it's a perfect example of focusing on one dimension and having the other dimensions fall apart on you because you haven't considered them in the equation. If you had an investment advisor that put all of your money in one stock, how long would you keep that guy online? You would fire him in a New York minute. And yet that's what we do, right? We have put all of our eggs in this one energy basket called oil. We have no diversified portfolio. And we subsidize that one piece of the energy equation. It makes no economic sense over what sustainability is about, which is about creating long-term value and long-term wealth for multiple stakeholders. You'll see the interface of human rights issues, workers' issues, economic and marketing issues, and environmental issues all being handled in the same course. You don't have just the environmental course, and you don't have just the human resources course. We've integrated those different aspects of the different systems into the same course and then threaded from course to course the upgrading of knowledge.